Hey guys, just Mike here, and welcome back to my first episode of M1ke'll Fix It here on Football Manager Touch 2016. I hope you guys are keeping well. So guys, first off the bat, thank you all for the comments on the last video. I really appreciate it, and thank you for all of your suggestions. And I'm really sorry that I can't actually remember who suggested this name, but please, if it was you, just drop it down in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure I'll give you a shout out in a future episode. So guys, I haven't quite finalised the way I'm going to be doing episodes just yet, so again, I'm really sorry to kind of put it on you again, guys, but I really want your feedback and you guys to let me know if you're enjoying it. And so I kind of want to do the best episodes I can. And the only way I can do that is by learning what you guys kind of like and want to see more of. So if you do like it, smash the like button. If you don't like it and you do want to smash the dislike button, I don't mind, but please can you let me know why you don't like it and what you do think I can change. But anyway guys, I am just blabbing as always, so without further ado, let's have a look back at a few of the fixtures that I played off camera in the pre-season. Mike, I know it's a pre-season game, but your team didn't really see very with it today. What are your thoughts on today's performance? I mean, I could sit here and say it's only a pre-season game, which it is. That would be the truth. But no, I'm not happy really. I mean, we won the match, and I don't really know how. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't think we played well. I think they did the much more damage with their possession than what we did with ours. But we scored a goal. I mean, it's good to see that you can play shit and still win a match. So I suppose you've got to take some positives away from it, that we scored and we won. But yeah, back to the training ground for the lads. A lot of work to do. A much improved performance from the boys today. What do you think was the turning point in today's game? I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I changed a few things up. I completely changed the tactics of the team and the mentality that we're going after now. We are trying to play a bit more of a balanced game and trying to hit people on the counter. Because I feel like we've got a lot of pace, and we need to exploit the strengths of the team and, kind of try and make it a bit easier on the defence. So obviously I've stuck a kind of a play in front of the defence. Hopefully that's going to kind of shield them against any damage, that when the boys are breaking with their pace, that we've still got kind of three at the back at any one given time, so we're not going to get hit on the break as much. But yeah, it was a good performance from the boys, and I've seen a lot of positives in today's match, so we're going to obviously take them and build on them for the next game. And yeah, I think we're getting in good shape now for the season, so I'm just kind of getting excited and I really want to get going now. But I've got a few more boys that are looking to bring in, so exciting times for Vasco da Gama ahead. Mike, I think you've got to agree with me here that your team just did not play very well at all today. Is there a kind of a barrier between you and the team because of the language kind of gap that I know you are trying to pick up a few words and stuff, but is that possibly why you're not performing to the best ability? No, look, I mean, football's a universal language. I mean, I've picked up the basics. Most of them speak pretty good English as it is anyway. It's just that today they were a much better team. They set up against us. They've obviously done their homework, and they're kind of a team we're going to be fighting for in the league. So I was disappointed to see that that's kind of the level that we need to be at and where they are at the moment. There is a bit of a gap there, so definitely more training to be done off the pitch. But I mean, I wouldn't say we played bad. We did well to only concede the one goal, so I think that's definitely a positive we've got to take from the game. And that's it. That's what I'm looking for at the end of the day. These games are about just seeing what we can build on in the future. So yeah, not all doom and gloom. I must say that was an absolute stunning performance from your team there. What do you think was the biggest key moment of today's match? Well, look, you can see the team was starting to gel. I mean, I didn't change anything in that match. I kept it as it was from start to finish. I didn't tinker with the formation at all. I just left the boys to play their football, and you can see that they were enjoying today's match. So the lads I've brought in have fit into the team really, really well as well. So that's always good to see that they've kind of linked up quite early on and quickly. And I think we've got enough quality in the team now to really push for that title. I mean, people have been saying to me all season, you're going to struggle with the financial limitations of the club. You only can fit 3,000 people in your club, and you know what? You know what I've got to say to them? I mean, they've got to really concentrate on their own team. I mean, why are they being idiots for? Why are they so concerned about my team? Keep getting it week in and week out. You're an Englishman in South Africa. What are you doing? You don't know the game. At the end of the day, I've said it before, football is universal language. They know what I want from them. They know how to play well, and we're clicking now. So let's see where we are at the end of the season. Then you can start chatting shit to me. So there we have it, guys, just a run through of obviously some of the fixtures and the pre-match game talk chatter between me and, well, it's me talking to myself because I haven't got any friends. But anyway, yeah, that's depressing. So yes, let's talk about the transfers. As you can see, I've brought a fair few players in. Some of them look, they're going to add a lot to the team, and a few players have gone out. So this guy here, obviously, I don't know why I wanted to pay so much money for him. I don't see it myself. I mean, he's decent, but 23k. I mean, obviously snuck that off their hands because I wasn't going to use him in the first team at all. And the kind of the depth I had in that kind of position of right back, the player that kind of has filled his void now is equally as good. And then the person who could be covering him is, is decent. So 23k into the club straight away. So that was a good sign. As you can see, obviously I bought quite a lot of players in. And then this guy as well. This one I don't understand like at all. 28 years old, so hasn't not one for the future for them. Only a 2.5 star current ability, and they paid 32.5k for him. So, I mean, work that one out. I don't know what they're seeing in him that I'm not seeing. But yeah, I mean, this guy here was just taking up quite a lot of the wage budget, and I've bought in a new left back now. So he's only 22. Obviously, there was a risk that he might become something decent, but I couldn't really, he was taking up just too much of the wage budget, and I bought in a replacement for him on a lot cheaper. So obviously now let's have a quick move on to the ins. I'm only going to showcase a few of these players, as I think if I was showcasing them all, I think it would just take forever, and obviously we haven't got all day. So as you can see, quite a fair few players bought in, and I did make a few mistakes. I kind of, bad management on my half. I bought in quite a few goalkeepers because I forgot I was signing a goalkeeper. So this is the first goalkeeper, 23 years of age. He looks really, really good. I was quite pleased to get him in, and for not. The wages weren't too bad on him either, but then I forgot I'd already kind of bought this guy in as well. So amazing management style from myself there, just bringing in two goalkeepers and I already had two goalkeepers already. This guy for me looks like he could be something special for me definitely in the future. He's only 22 years old, plays in that kind of attacking midfield role, but he does look like he could be something that I can kind of build a team around, and I definitely will be utilising him throughout the whole season. Then have this guy here. He's kind of backup for the guy that I just had there. I didn't really feel like I had good depth in the attacking midfield role. This guy, I mean, I'm not really looking for. He's more of a backup again. Same with this guy as well. Kind of just another option to have a defensive midfield role. He looks like he could be okay and definitely be using him throughout the season. Some of these players are just players that I bought in as a backup because I needed a bit more depth in certain positions. This guy is probably one of my favourite signings of the window. I needed a definitely new left back. He's 30 years old, so he does bring some good experience to the club, but he does offer quite a lot in the way of. I read an article basically by Guido and Diego Mendoza. I will link it in the description because it's an absolutely fantastic read, and it was just about saying if you can't find a decent amount of players because of your low limitations of your budget, and you can't attract the kind of players in, it's kind of good to get like really good players in with a good fighting style. So they've got to go through really in depth about like the different positions and the kind of what you need to look for certain positions. Like if you're looking for a box-to-box midfielder, kind of what attributes you should kind of be looking at and what players you should be basing them around. But it's a really, really interesting read, and it kind of goes to show that with limited limitations to the club, I haven't got a lot of money. Obviously, all these are free transfers. I've only got a limited wage budget, but as you can see, I've bought in some quality players. Some of them are just fighting players. I mean, a lot of these players are like 17 aggression there. That's maybe a bit too high, but these kind of players are the players that are going to be, they've all got good stamina, natural fitness. They've got fairly high aggression, I suppose you'd say, but it's kind of just to kind of bolster the kind of the team really and make them a force to be reckoned with. It's quite, as I said, it's quite limited sometimes. So, but yeah, guys, please go and check it out. I will link it in the description down below. There's the finances. I'm just going to show you them. Obviously, I'm over wage budget at the moment, but I can obviously alter that by just making a budget adjustment. But I still think I'm going to be over. I am looking to kind of offset that by getting rid of a few more players, which I know I'm not going to use, and they're on quite high wage budgets. But I think again, I'm just going to have to put them on a free. So I'm just going to move this down, the slider down, to just see what I can work with. And here we go. Is it going? Okay. We've got £11. So there's what could I get for £11? Tesco's meal for two. Tesco's finest meal for two. Yeah, definitely the finest range. Or possibly go out on a limb and buy an M&S. Yeah, who knows? Restructured the squad as well, like squad team, whatever it is. I went through the staffing fixtures. I'm quite fairly happy now. As you can see, there's me on. I'm not even on a bloody half a star. I mean, what even is that? I'm not even half a star now. That is disgraceful. Obviously, I've kept Gift on because, well, of his name, basically. And the other guys are born. I'm feeling really happy now. I have left the training to the assistant manager. I may change this in the future, and I've got a few. I want to try the kind of way that I did on my Ice Scout video. I want to try that training regime. If it's kind of works on this game, I'm not too sure. We'll have to look at that in another video. But kind of left that to the assistant manager. But all's going well. So here we have it, guys. This is the match report of the team I'm playing today, Milano United. So as you can see, they are obviously vulnerable playing against a 4-4-2, which I am not playing at the moment. So that's slightly concerning. But yeah, obviously they look like a decent squad, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I'm quite kind of worried going into this game of what we're going to kind of come up against. So obviously they most commonly assist areas down the right hand side for goals that they concede. So I'm going to be looking to exploit that right hand side throughout the whole game. Basically, I'm going to try and just kind of get the ball to the right hand side. Looking at their depth, I mean, they've got some good players all round. I mean, it looks like a decent starting 11. They don't really have that much depth, I suppose, past that though. So that's quite pleasing to see that if they do pick up an injury, that they haven't really got any quality to bring on the pitch, or if things aren't really going their way, they've only really got they've got nothing there really. And so I'm quite pleased to see that if things aren't working for them, that they haven't got kind of a second plan B or option. That's what I've done with my squad. I already had a fairly sound groundwork already laid by the previous manager, and I just kind of looked to build on that by getting in some quality squad players. Really, they're not first team choices, a lot of them aren't, but they don't want to be helping build the squad up. But as you can see, they obviously always use the 4-2-3-1 DM narrow, and they've actually had 36 opportunities on that and only 7 against them. So yeah, so that doesn't bode well. That they've obviously been playing really well in the matches they've played to create 36 chances, and they actually have 7 against them. Obviously, they've faced the 4-4-2 formation. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really playing a 4-4-2, but I think from what I looked at their team, obviously they're playing narrow. I can exploit the fact that they're going to be a narrow team, so I'm going to be looking to get my players out wide and kind of almost, you know, expose the fact that they've got no players out there, and hopefully can hit them on the break quite a lot, because they do look like a very attacking team. So hopefully when they're going to, you know, come up my end, I'm going to hit them on the break. So I've got a lot of speedy players. So let's have a quick look at my formation actually, and let's just kind of go through that in a bit more detail about how I'm going to be lining up against this team and kind of looking to exploit their weaknesses. So I'm just going to bring up my tactics now. So yeah, there it is. I am actually incorporating the formation that I use on Football Manager Mobile 2016, but it works really well. The only kind of slight adjustments I've got is the wing backs are just on automatic, but when I do go forward, I have got that deep line playmaker to kind of sit there. So I've always got 3 at the back. They've got the one inside forward as well as the winger, so that inside forward will hopefully be cutting in, or the attacking playmaker will be kind of dropping into that kind of space in front of them to make it a 2-man attack. As I said, I'm going to be exploiting that right hand wing. Well, technically I'm going to be exploiting both wings. So we're just going to have a quick look at the instructions. I've got 18 instructions on at the moment. As you can see, I'm going to be playing fairly wide. Probably that could go even wider. I'm going to be pushing up as well the defensive line, so it's going to be really high. I'm going to prevent their goalkeeper from doing short distribution as well. Be expressive, so hopefully I'm going to be, you know, bring around. I'm going to exploit the left and right wings. I'm going to exploit the left wing as well, mostly the right, hopefully. Work the ball into the box as well, and I'm going to be looking to kind of get a good amount of crosses into the box to that kind of striker. Although he's playing as a defensive forward, I do think that hopefully them 3 will be looking to make a difference. So as you see there, I'm just going to pop him on to have the ability to kind of knock them passes into, not passes, crosses into the far post. So I'm back post OP to get that on the go, and obviously going to do that on the same side, on the right hand side as well. So this is going to be my main threat here, guys. So they are lining up as we kind of thought as well, going for that very narrow formation. It's going to be quite interesting. I think the midfield battle is going to be where this game is won and lost. So their defensive midfielders, it depends how far forward they're going to push and how far their attacking 3 are going to come back and help out as well. So this is going to be an interesting game, guys. I hope you're looking forward to it. Here we go as we kick off in the first game of the season. Let's go, boys. So I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of my players' names, and I probably will change the structure of the way I do these episodes and kind of live comms, because at the moment I'm just going to go for a full flat live com on extended highlights and hope this will do well. So this is normally just a pointless highlight, but obviously I'm kind of thinking that I might cut all these screens out. I'm not too sure going forward. Again, I kind of just need to see how you guys... Oh, moved up to 14th already. That's a decent start to the season, as we're already in 14th. Oh yes, okay, 13th, and we're 7 minutes into the season and we're already up to 13th. So we might as well just say we've won the league already, because that's a decent start for us. They've got a throw in here on this right hand side though, as they play the ball into a player I can't pronounce. Coaches, that's not obviously his name, but that's what I'm going to call him. Coaches out to, is that Rumi? Plays the ball into the middle, well defended from my defender, and there is another player. Oh no, I can't even say that. And just boots the ball clear. I suppose I did say, you know, exploit the left and right wings, but you know, when there's no player there, there's no point really. What the hell is he thinking of? But yeah, guys, I probably will change the way I kind of do these episodes. I kind of just need to find my feet in this one, and you know, kind of steal ideas from other YouTubers. I mean, no, I'm not steal ideas. Oh my god, he's played the ball over the top. He's through one on with the keeper. Oh shit, he's at the post. What are you doing, lads? Why are they just standing there? They're just, what a bunch of twonks. Twonks? Who even says that anymore? Why even was that? They just stood there looking like idiots at each other. Fucking playing Ring of Roses or some shit. Not the best start, 16 minutes, but we have moved up to 12th, so we are heading towards that playoff position without actually doing anything, so I suppose that's a positive. How often does that happen? Okay, we're up to 11th now, we're going for this. We might as well, we might win the league at this rate already. I mean, 10th, why not? They have got a throw in though, no corner even, that's not a throw in. We're up to 11th, no, down to 11th. Well cleared, Salt though, plays the ball into the middle. What the fuck was that? What were you doing? Just let them play the ball down, and all three of you just there like a bunch of idiots. What even was that? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've got replays on. Yeah, gift. So don't tell me shit now. Look at this. Obviously, well defended in a way, but look at that. Look at that. There's three their players, and no one's doing anything. Bunch of amateurs, lads. Absolute bunch of amateurs. I'll be having words at half time. I'll be finding them all at this rate, and now we've dropped to 16th. You've just blown our fucking championship already. You best be upset, lads. Else I'm not going to be happy about this. Yeah, as you can see, I do just talk a lot of crap throughout this. But yeah, I mean that wasn't a good start, was it? I mean, who could be happy with that? That's something we need to work on. I have actually set my kind of what they're called, set piece routines as well. So that wasn't pleasing to see. That didn't really well. Long ball up though. We've got some space now here on this right hand side. Go on, and again. Look, he's overlapping over here. Come on, he's lapping. What are you doing? Play it out. Fucking yes, that's it. In the wind, back post OP. Whoa, go on. Oh fuck, the keeper got it. Ah, I thought it was going to be a goal then. I honestly thought that was going to be some back post OP. Ah shit, that was decent though. They actually used that space really well. The fullback got forward, which is pleasing to see, and played a decent ball in. It was only for the goalkeeper's touch there, or I think that might have been a cheeky goal. So, not a lot of highlights unfortunately, but we do hit half time. I'm going to have a quick tinker around with the formation and the roles and stuff, just to have a, because obviously some things need to be happening. Obviously that right back, what's his name? I don't know any of my players' names. Probably should have learnt them really, shouldn't I? That will probably be. I promise I will learn them. If not, I'm going to give them a nickname because I can't go out the whole season trying to pronounce names. But yeah, I mean, I was disappointed to concede the goal. Let's have a quick look here what I can do. So possibly. Just going to obviously look to just exploit the ball out to the right hand flank now, rather than just the left hand flank, because I think that's where I'm going to get the most. I'm going to whip the crosses in as well, rather than just mix crosses. I think if we start whipping them in, then I think we're going to get the going to go slightly a bit more direct as well in my play. So basically just want to get the ball into the box as much as I can now, and hopefully whichever side it's coming in for, hopefully the right hand side, that I'm going to have at least 3 people in the box at any one given time. So we're also going to go to counter mode as well. So that worked quite well for me in some of my pre-season games, countering them with my pace. So and yeah, just shoot on sight. No, just hit the cross early, hit early crosses. So I just want to get the ball into that box. That's what I'm looking to do. I haven't got a target man, but this defensive, it just seemed to work. I'm not too sure why it works. I can't explain it, but I'm going to give this a go, and hopefully the second half will be much more action-packed. Here we go, boys. Second half is about to get underway. Look at all them fans. They're so happy to be here. I mean, they can't actually even put their arms down. They're just that happy. Oh, no. Not good. Look at that throw-in. That was a decent throw, that was. Plays the ball. They've got some space out. What does he do? Why is he so far in? Why was my defence so narrow? He had so much time there. Fuck. What happened there? What was that? What was that right back doing? Why was he so far in? I don't understand. He's a wing back. He should be quite far. Look at how much space out there. I mean, the right midfielder tried to get back, and they've got like a double team on there, but that kind of just left it a bit too late, really. And they played a nice ball in, and to be perfectly honest with him, you know, he made the space for himself well, and it's 2-0 down. So yeah, fuck you, lads. Let's do some changes. Let's have a look. What have I got here? So I've got no right back on the bench, but I have got completely Chaz. I've just noticed that completely Chaz is in my squad, so he could possibly come on. And what have I done? No, that's not what. Why am I taking him off? This, guys, this is how you manage a team. You could just confuse them. You just start giving random orders out and start telling players that they're coming off, but you're only joking with them. You're just messing about with them, trying to get them to give a bit more fight. But really, what you want to do is you want to bring, you want to put him into the centre, and then you want to bring, because Chaz can only play as a centre. You want to bring this player off here. So this is right. Yeah, that's the guy that I need to change. and then we're just going to stick completely Chaz on the pitch, and he's going to absolutely annihilate everyone that tries to get through my back line. He's going to absolutely destroy every single attack that now comes through there, because with his gorgeous face, I mean, they're going to see him and just think, shit, I don't want to touch him, you know, or either that or they fancy him. One of the two. He's either going to be scared of him, or they're going to, you know, want to play with his completely Chaz. Anyway, back to the match. So Gift Johnson is giving me some bullshit instructions that I'm not going to take knowledge of, because he doesn't know what he's chatting about. But yeah, I mean, we've got no fans. We've actually literally got no fans. Let's have a look. What can I change here? We need to do something. Why is my defence coming so far? I've got no instruction on to think why my defender should be in. So I don't know. I don't understand why that happened for. Come on, boys, just give a show. Give some kind of. People aren't tuning in to watch. Well, they might be tuning in to watch me play shit, but what the fuck's going on? And there's not even any highlights. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to change the way I do these episodes in the future. I probably could cut this one down, but I'm not going to, purely because I said to myself at the start of the video I'm not going to. I've wrote it down. It's part of my episode structure, and I thought I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to have to talk a lot of shit, but I'm going to give it a go, and we'll see how it goes down. And yeah, I'm not liking it. Not liking it because my team's playing shit, basically, and I'd rather you just watch the highlights. So I think I'm probably going to change it in the next episode, but if you guys like me talking crap, then let me know. We have got a throw in though here, and that's well done. He's passed it to the right player. Peterson now, can say that name, into completely Chaz. Completely Chaz out wide. They're working the ball quite well here. Nice and patient build up. Peterson number 2, Peterson Jr. Or Peterson gives the ball away like an absolute idiot, and now they've got some more space here. They play it back nicely though to see that. Did you just see that? No, okay. Coachie's now got the ball. He plays it back out to Theodart. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I do apologise. And he plays it ball into the middle. Some nice pace and build-up play here from Milano. Oh, look at that! Look how much space he's got there. That's not good. That's not good. He just dilly-dallies on the ball. Nice ball into Cochise. Cochise out wide now. They've got some space on this right side. Plays the ball into the middle. Oh, she's hit the post. What? Why did like 5 players just run over there? It's like under 5's football. Everyone chasing the ball like a bunch of absolute amateurs. What idiots! I mean, look at these guys over here. They're absolutely having a ball. And oh, we've saved it. We have saved the ball. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, still no actual kind of attacking from us. Just got lads, just a goal. No, not even a goal. Well, yeah, a goal would be nice, but yeah, a highlight would be much appreciated around about now, because I think that people are starting to think that I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what the fuck. Shut up. Right, I know what I'm doing. I've played this game. Well, I haven't played this game. I do know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. So yeah, at least I haven't Gary Neville'd it. That's, you know, it's not 7-0. It's only 2-0. But a highlight would have been nice. No, it's definitely not coming. So yeah, this is great. So cheers for tuning in, lads, and watching this screen. I will be changing the way I do the next episode, because this is a load of absolute shit. There it is, full time, 2-0. I don't know what to say. So there we have it, guys. Yeah, that just happened, and that won't be happening again. So going forward, I probably will be changing the kind of way I do my live comms, because that was excruciating and painful for me to do, and no doubt painful for you guys to watch. Obviously, I'm going to be kind of doing quite a lot off camera now, and we will be coming back for the Cape Town match, as I've just seen down there, because that'll be quite interesting, as that was a job I was kind of up for as well. But yeah, hopefully I'll kind of work things out and start playing some decent football, hopefully. But anyways, if you have enjoyed this, or if you have got any feedback, if you do dislike the video, please just give me reasons why you disliked it, and so on and so forth. But if you have enjoyed it, please let me know in the comment section down below, and by smashing the like button. Mike doesn't seem to be like he's looking like he's fixing it at the moment, but hopefully we'll do in future episodes. I've been Just Mike Plays, and I will speak to you legends soon.